is a rebirth. Every time he dies, he will wake up in this white space. Every time, there is the same half-life to do the reincarnation business for him. According to his every round of yin yang points, he will be reborn as different creatures in the next life. The first time he will be reborn as a big stone beast, the second time as a green fish, and the third time as a sea urchin. If you don't want to be reborn as these, you can also choose to live again in the next life according to the rules of the underworld. Try to accumulate more yin yang points, and then turn into a human. This is his fourth round of life. He still goes to work first. He helped everyone around him who could help him in the previous rounds. He knows that doing this will not accumulate much yin-yang points for himself, but he just wants to help people around him to avoid the pain of life. In this round, he went to college. He became the first place winner and became the Dragon Phoenix among people. He got into the medical doctor. He was going to do medical research and accumulate a lot of yin-yang points. Graduation, he became a medical doctor. He started to study cancer and published academic papers. He promoted medical development to save lives. After that, he went back to his hometown as soon as he had time to spare and accompanied his parents. In this round, he avoided the accident of the first 3 lives and came to 35 years old safely. He also attended his sister's wedding for the first time. This also accompanied the price. In this life, he wore thick glasses and missed the opportunity to make friends with his best friends because of his recent studies. Sometimes he looked at their happy backs and felt strongly lonely without himself. He knows why he can't be their friend in this life. Because they think he is a better person and will feel that they don't deserve to be with him. Although he understands this concept, he also knows that it is not necessary. But sometimes life will miss the fate because of a momentary difference. He has no time to regret and can only secretly keep regrets in his heart. Occasionally, he will go back to the place where he often went to play and reminisce about the past. This time, he sat down and a girl sat down. He is an old classmate of a top student. In Ma Mei's memory, this top student has been his irreplaceable existence for 3 lives. He is too good at everything. He is good at everything, and he is a mature sportsman. After graduation, he became a pilot. He is a goddess. In the previous 3 lives, Ma Mei could not even look at his halo. In this life, because both of them are top students, they became good friends. But on the day of his 30th birthday, the top student asked him a sharp question. How many weeks have you been in love? It turns out that he is also a rebirth. How many weeks have you been in love? 4 weeks. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine now. Zhenli told her that the flight would take off next year. 200 years later, they finally reunited. They fought for a few seconds and played for a night. When the sky was clear, they walked on the road that they had walked countless times together. Ma Mei said that when it was over, she would invite the other 2 people to reunite. At the time of separation, she looked at Zhenli's back for a long time. She prayed that the 4 of them could reunite earlier. But the night after, she accidentally received a news about a plane crash. A bad feeling appeared. She continuously dialed the phone of 3 friends. But she couldn't get through. In the eternal silence, she realized that Zhenli had lied to her about the date of the accident, in order not to make her worry. And this time, she failed again. It was raining heavily on the day of the funeral of the 3. The students who attended the funeral talked for a long time on KTV. Until the night of the hard work. They finally set off for home. Aji, let's go home together. Let's go home. The bridge they had walked countless times in the past was like a time corridor. It witnessed their separation, meeting, separation, and meeting again. At this moment, she was the only one left. Ma Mei felt that she was older than ever. After that, she put all her effort into her research and lived a busy life every day. 3 years later, someone called her on the way to work one day. Mr. Kondo? I remember you. She was a colleague of Ma Mei when she was a civil servant. Her name was Hiko. And she was a survivor. She had been reborn for 8 times. When she found out that Ma Mei had changed her job, she guessed that she should have restarted her life. They talked about the past. Unlike Ma Mei, Ms. Hiko had been a civil servant for 8 times. She had no complaints about her life. She was also satisfied with the fact that she would be reborn in the next life. She decided to reincarnate after the reincarnation was over. They had a great time talking about this. The happy thing was that Ma Mei finally had a place to tell the truth. I had a childhood friend who was a bad boy. Oh, really? What is he doing now? There are many things. He is now on the cloud. In this life, Ma Mei's life was only less than 39 years old. Watch out! She came to the white space again. She was extremely calm. She registered at the counter as before. She asked herself what she would be reborn as in the next life. A human. She was finally a human. She took a deep breath. After accepting the other party's congratulations, she was ready to go to her next life. But when she walked to the door, she stopped. Excuse me. Yes. Can I start over? Well, yes, you can. The civil servant reminded her that how many times a person can be reborn was determined by the behavior of the first life. And the next round was her last chance to be reborn. I'm going. See you. I am the 5th week. His name is Zhenli, and his story is like this. In his first life, he and Ma Mei and his 2 best friends have been very close since kindergarten. In Ma Mei's memory, the way he walked with his 2 best friends. In Zhenli's memory, the 4 of them walked together. Exchange stickers, talk about TV dramas, exchange classmates, even take big head stickers. And attend the unforgettable adult ceremony. In that life, he studied hard and his dream was simple. After he became an adult, he stayed in the local area with 3 girls and became a kindergarten teacher. The 4 of them had 2 monthly gatherings, celebrating birthdays, chatting, catching up with their ex-boyfriends, and healing the heart of the broken heart. They agreed to retire together in the future. At that time, he thought the 4 of them would go to the end of their lives. Unexpectedly, on the day of their 30th birthday, the other 2 girls went on a trip together and encountered an air crash. Wow, that's why you are a pilot. Yes. The reason for the air crash was that the plane hit the wreckage of a man-made satellite. This made Ma Mei and Zhenli spend a very heartbreaking New Year's Eve. Zhenli died at the age of 62.